Nothing gets a reserve list conversation started like saying, hey, did you see that buyout? Hi everyone and welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you've just found me in this nacho cheese universe of YouTube, thanks a lot for deciding to check out my content today. I really hope you all enjoyed it. And if you did, smash that subscribe button. Join in the fun. It's free to do. It helps the channel grow faster to our grand goal of 10,000 subscribers. And it's the best because it doesn't cost you anything. You can move it forward and pay it forward to my channel. Watch and enjoy the content, and I'm not charging you a dime. You're helping out. It's awesome. I look forward to seeing those comments in the comments section. It's going to be epic. And then the 10K party is going to be amazing when we get there. Don't worry. The rules come out at 9K. I'll see you guys all there. So first off, big shout out to Monty, one of my guys on the channel. Way to go, man, for not missing this, because I would not have checked this until Wednesday, and I'm sure it would have come out by then. So Monty informed me that there was a card being bought out right now. It was happening today. I was like, really? And that would be what? February the 7th, right? February 7th. This video is coming out to you on the 8th at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. So, a few hours have gone by. I had a lot of counting to do to see what the damage was. And this card today on the 7th had 903 sales. So you can bet it's going to be in my top 10 this week on Saturday. You can almost guarantee that's going to be number one unless another buyout card comes chomping along to destroy it. But as of right now, it's 903 sales yesterday and today. Amazing. So what card are we talking about? You want to get down to the gritty and say, Mox, just get it out, buddy. All right, let's go ahead. I'm going to pop this one up for you so you guys can see it. And that is going to be, I'll stand over here, Triangle of War. Now, I actually talked about this card last year. It's not one of my top heavy hitters, but it is the artwork that goes on the Visions box. I've always enjoyed looking at the art and the idea of Triangle of War. I kind of like it. So, it's one to cast, which I always like, and it's an artifact, which I always like. Artifacts are cheap. They can go in any deck depending on what you're building. Now, this card was not expensive. It's a couple of bucks. But 2 and sacrifice Triangle of War. Choose target creature you control and target creature an opponent controls. Each creature deals an amount of damage equal to its power to the other. So it's, a little brawl between two people, snapping it out and doing some heavy damage. Okay. So that's the Triangle of War. It's a Visions card. It's really old. But 903 sales. Then I checked locally, the shops. Checked a few of my other online guys. The information came in really late, but I added it and I just put it into the video. Yeah, they got bought out too. Some of these guys, by the way, had them in bulk bins for $1. And I did warn them against checking that kind of stuff. That's their fault, not mine. So some people bought them for $1, but they're gone. 903 recorded sales that I could track. That's just me. There's other stores out there in the US and overseas and around the world that I have no idea what's going on in. Thousands of them. Just the ones I could track. It's 903 sales. Now, we've talked about buyouts coming back this year. We saw it with Frankenstein's Monster, Nameless Race, hundreds and hundreds of sales. Stone Calendar, Preacher, Exorcist, and now Triangle of War. I think people understand. I think people are getting the bigger picture. If a reserve list card is only a couple of bucks, and it has any use whatsoever, they're just saying, why not? Why not? What's $500? What's $1,000 when I can get that many copies of a card? What's even $2,000? If that card spikes up a few bucks and some Timmies start buying in, it could become a feeding frenzy out there. And all somebody did was say, I could throw a couple of $1,000 at something. And look at the damage that is done. 903 copies? This person has got a position in the card now. Okay, they have a firm position in Triangle of War. They either love the card, they like the era of Magic it came from, where they said, this is the right price at the right time, and I'm going to snag this card up right now. And since we know it's been happening to other cards of similar value, jumping up, what does the future hold in the next couple of weeks? I've got to be honest, if anybody wants to let me know, if you see something going on, you send me an email. I'll be happy to check it out and start getting the counting going. But I don't have endless hours to dedicate looking at every waking hour to check every single card. So you know stuff is slipping by the old sniffer radar. I'm just wondering how bad it is. I'm wondering what the other effects will be. What will the price spike be in the next 24 hours? As I'm recording this now, I'll be checking tomorrow to see what happens to the markets in Magic to see what's going on with this card. And then I have the daunting task of checking for other cards with unusual sales. You gotta start checking Envisions. Gotta check Mirage. Right? You gotta start hacking away at those cards one by one, checking to see their sales listings. If anything looks unusual, you start broadening out your search. It's going to be a fun week. I love when this happens because somebody has either decided to make some money, they had extra cash they wanted to spend. I love when this stuff happens because it spices things up. It gets my blood pumping, and I want to know what's going on. I want more information. I like to learn. I like to know what's going on out there. And I want to know who's doing the damage. So, if you're that person out there causing this buyout, you send me a picture. You send me all the sales you made confirmed. I don't care about your name. You can blow out the name and stuff. You give me that info, we're gonna talk, man. I gotta congratulate you. That's amazing. Talk about a hands down, like, woo, way to go! Congratulations, whoever you are, because I want to know. And I hope you email me. I really hope you do. I have an interest in this particular topic, as you guys know. And what other cards are gonna go this year? This leads to a whole other conversation about low-end reserve list cards. Really, if you see a card for $2, $3, and you can go ahead and swoop up $300, $400 and spend $1,000, in the big scheme of things, is that a lot of money to the possible returns on that card later? I don't know, and I think a lot of people are starting to wonder themselves where this will all lead. Fascinating times to be in Magic. So let's keep an eye out for good old Triangles of War. You might want to pick yourself up a copy if it's not too late. Enjoy the Magic cards you have. Have fun treasure hunting for those awesome reserve list cards we love to look for. I mean, I know for me, buying my City of Shadows at the end of the month is going to be a little more expensive, right? The price went up. And I saved a little bit of money on my Soul Devi Excavations. The price came down. As well as the other ones have all kind of dipped a little bit. Lodestone Bauble still handing strong. We'll see where this is going to go. Any card at any time. When you blink, they're gone. Awesome. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. Triangle of War. 903 sales. Awesome. Enjoy your day. And of course, a big shout out goes out to each and every patron on the channel. Thanks again for that awesome continued support you guys show each and every month, sticking by the channel. It's amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Can't wait to see you guys on the live streams. Let's have a fantastic week, everyone. I thought we'd end off this video with a little bit of arena play of me trying out my blue deck. I hope you guys enjoy it. Put some comments in the comment section. All right, guys, we are checking out my new deck I've been working on. Let me pop that bad boy over to you. It doesn't have a name yet, but it's been doing quite well as I move up in standard. We're going to edit this deck out here for you, so you guys can take a look at what we're talking about. An incredibly slow server that's not my fault. Alright, let's get these bad boys. We've got 4 Fading Hope, 4 Unsummon, 4 Wizard Class, 4 Depart the Realms, 4 Into the Royal, 3 Behold the Multiverse, Devious Traps, of course, gotta have 4, 2 Hullbreaker, 4 Multiple Choice, 4 Hall of the Storm Giants, and 23 Snow-Covered Lands. So the basic idea here is you're going to use your Hullbreakers, but you got to have enough mana. So you got to use all the other cards to keep the people busy, to keep them unsummoning stuff in the right order, of course, to get you going. You're going to use your multiple choice only if you can get it to 5, because you want to have the creature. You want to unsummon one of their creatures, and of course you want to be able to go ahead and draw a card. So keep this in mind when you're playing a deck like this, that there's lots of choices available to you. You got to make sure you have a decent draw, and let's see how this plays out when I'm going to do a match for you right now. Come on now. What is it, standard? Best of 1. This deck has done very well so far. I've enjoyed playing it. A lot of good action with it. The only drawbacks are if you don't get the right type of mana supply, you can really get annoyed. because you do need to have mana out there all the time. You have to have a constant flow to be able to use the Hull Breaker later on. The Devious Trap is to recycle all your unsummoned spells to keep things going. So sometimes you actually have to wait for them to cast something just so you can recycle. And this is a fine hand. I'll keep it. You don't really want to see a Hull Breaker in your opening hand anyway because he's an end card. You're willing to wait to get things going, okay? Remember that. You're willing to wait. No rush. No worries. We'll get the multiverse going there. Go. Let's see what these guys got going for me. Now, he's playing blue as well. You can see. Oh, blue-red. Okay. Nothing I really haven't seen. Hey, Glimpse of Cosmos. I talked about this the other day in the live stream. Need to see more of that card. Need to see more. Alright, we got a Hall of the Storm Giants. If he doesn't cast anything threatening, I'll be using Behold the Multiverse, and I must get land, right? I'm working up toward mana at all times to get to that 7. You need that constant supply. That's why I have the 27 land in the deck, and everything else is like a real pumper-dumper, right? What is... He's looking at his top 3 cards? You can go ahead and look at your top 3 cards. I got no problem with that. That expressive iteration is fine with me. But this game, when I'm playing a game like this, guys, it does take a while to win. It is a little bit drawn out sometimes. Somebody who is smart and recognizes what I'm doing, when they see what I'm doing, they understand and they're annoyed. And they usually just give up. If you got nothing, I'm going to behold the multiverse. Because you do actually want to put cards in your graveyard, which is the funny thing. You actually want that to happen. Because you want to be able to recycle them with a Devious Trap. Like right now, it's opponent's turn, right? Now it's going to be my turn. I'm going to put up my land, right? I'm not casting anything. I've got a Devious Trap in hand. I've got unsummoned spells if he has anything gets by me. So I'm in a pretty good place. He probably would like to draw this game out. He's a blue-red. He probably has the Gambit in there. He's got Expressive Iteration. He's got Galvanic Iteration. He's got a Cosmos again. He wants to look at his cards. I really don't see that as a threat right now. I want to get the big boomers out of the way. I don't care about his small cards. I'll let him draw until the cows come home. As long as I stop the cards I have to stop at the right time. There's a Hull Breaker. So I'll put the Wizard class out right now. What I tend to do with the Wizard class, just so you guys are aware when you're playing a deck like this, I like to take the Wizard's class, get it to level 2 to draw the 2 cards, and then when the Hull Breaker comes out, I actually unsummon it so I can get card drawing ability every turn to keep recycling cards to keep the Hull Breaker unsummoning their creatures and their targets in the hopes I'm going to overfill their hand. So he's trying some big scary card. We are going to say no to that because I don't want that big breaker guy coming at me. We can exile that bad boy out of there. Keep things flowing in a nice way. Keep our friendship going. We want to be friendly with this person. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 more cards at this point. Since I don't have a Devious Trap and all I have is unsummoned spells, I don't worry about it. I can just go ahead and do it. And I don't have over 8, so I'm fine. I got the 2 land I need. Now, you are not going to unsummon. You're not going to put that Hull Breaker out there at 7. You never want to do that because they can target it and kill it on the end of a turn with a black kill spell and such, right? So you're not doing stuff like that. What you want to do, the actual goal of what you're hoping to do, is have enough mana to put it out and unsummon it at the same time. Like right now, he's using a good old Into the Royal here. We'll just unsummon his bad boy because I don't like things that do like triple double damage to me. Then he can use his Glimpse, he can look at his cards, and everything's still happy for everyone. We're playing in a nice way. We're being a friendly group of friends, having a good Magic game. You see I have another Devious Trap, so I'm quite content with what I've got. I also have the Hull Breaker, but I'm not going to put it out until I have enough mana to use an unsummon at the same time. He wants to go ahead and blow up my card. He can go ahead because Devious Trap allows me to go back and get it anyway. So when cards like that get destroyed, it really doesn't stop you with the Devious Traps. You will thin out your lands so much that it won't matter. We're going to get rid of that one again. And look, my land is going back into my deck. But he's lost his land. He can't do it to me again, thank goodness. Now this turn coming around, I have enough now with this land to be able to cast the Hullbreaker Horror, as well as unsummon what he's trying to do to me. I'm controlling what's going on, I'm well played out, lots of unsummoned spells prepared in case he gets by me, in case he can counter everything I'm doing. Of course, you can't counter Hullbreaker, but he may have a reason to kill it. He may have some spell, so I have to be able to unsummon it. He draw a card, yeah, sure, that's fine. Scry 2, go ahead. Treat yourself. There you go. He liked the cards, he put them on top. We both still have pretty full cards of hands, though. See, I don't mind this coming out now, because the end of the turn, I'm going to bring out the Hullbreaker Horror, right? I'm surprised. Yeah, that's fine, actually. He's going to be tapped out. You see there, he's got tapped out. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go ahead and cast the Hullbreaker Horror. Then I'm going to unsummon his guy back to his hand. And I'm going to unsummon my card so I can get more card drawing. I go out again. I unsummon his card. He probably will give up soon after he sees what I'm doing to him, but he may not if he doesn't understand that I'm going to be able to unsummon and protect my creature multiple ways. He may not know it. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'll give him a big smash to the face and say, "Hi, I'm a Hullbreaker Horror, I'm here to kill you." And then we'll see what he manages to come back with. He probably is going to try to kill it. If he's smart, he'll have some way. He's thinking. He's pausing. Oh, he brings him out again, huh? Really? I would have thought something else, but okay. There you go. Squash. Okay, so we are going to Fading Hope. My guy. Return the permanent to his hand. There you go. There you go. Your squash isn't going to squash anything right now because I really don't want it to. We're going to go ahead and behold the multiverse. And we have great cards coming. We're going to bring the Hullbreaker Horror out right away because remember, I've leveled this up. So I'd like to be able to unsummon the Wizards class again if I get the chance. I kind of know what he has in hand now. I've kind of seen his cards. I can get the feel for his gameplay. He still could probably win if there's a certain combination he's looking for, like the Gambit or something. But it won't be easy for him to get me. Let's bring out that guy again, huh? You go, big giant class. Oh, and he brings out the Quencher guy. Go ahead. Let's see what he does. Oh, you're dead. Alright, so we're going to unsummon this. Then we're going to unsummon that. So he can have those back. We don't want them. He can go back and have a great old time. I really wish I still had my... You know what? We'll see what he does. I'm just going to hit him. At the end of the turn, I'm going to cast the next Hullbreaker Horror and do all kinds of craziness if he doesn't do anything to deal with me. Now, the Wizards class, I don't tend to go to the level 5 very often. I might if I have to for the multiple choice, or if I'm unsummoning the Wizards class and keep drawing lots of cards. I have used it, but not often. I'm usually just unsummoning it to make sure I get the card draw I need at all times. I've tried other combinations, such as trying the Cosmos Elixirs and stuff. They just don't work. They don't work the way I need them to, but they do give you a little bit of life. This deck does go very low on life a lot of times, so you have to watch that, because some of the draining decks, like the Meathook Massacre and stuff, that can really mess you up. Okay, so he has nothing. He's dead. So we'll call this one a game, buddy. I know. You're dead. Good game, buddy. I understand.
You weren't prepared for that awesomeness. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. This is the way this deck works. I really hope you guys got a good feel for it. Thanks a lot for hanging out with the Moxman here as I play a little arena. Have a great night, everyone. And you made it to the end of the video. You can put an ash in the comments section if you made it this far.